This was the Bagh Nakh, the tiger claw. Held in the shadows, it represented the raw, visceral nature. The sudden crimson streak across the chest reveals the terrible efficacy of the Qatar dagger. In the
Driven by shadow and firelight, the warrior strikes. The Bagh Nakh tears deep.
As the Maratha Empire rose to prominence in the 17th century, a new weapon emerged from the shadows of Maharashtra.
Crafted from horn and bone, the primitive Bagh Nakh emerges. The timeline marks its appearance around.
By the 17th century, at the height of the Maratha Empire, the Bagh Nakh had evolved. Crude horn. The Bagh Nakh, or tiger claw, began as a crude tool. But through the rhythmic pounding of the forge, the Bagh Nakh, or tiger claws, required immense skill to forge. Each strike of the hammer shaped the steel into a weapon of brutal efficiency.
Designed for close-quarters combat, the steel claws of the Bagh Nakh are riveted to the brace, secured by the finger loops.
In the hands of a Maratha warrior, the tiger claw was silent death, a swift, brutal strike designed to tear flesh and muscle. The grip is paramount. As the fingers curl, the true nature of the weapon is revealed. A sight.
Concealed in the rugged terrain, the Maratha warriors waited. As the Mughals advanced, the ambush was sprung.
The Maratha strategy relied on speed and surprise. The infamous tiger claws, or Bagh Nakh.
In the narrow ravines, the Maratha waited. A swift strike with the tiger claw, and the enemy falls silently. As the Mughal forces advanced, the Marathas staged a calculated retreat near Sinhagad fort.
In the hands of a legend, the Bagh Nakh was unmatched. A swift deflection, a precise strike to the flank, followed by a powerful thrust.
To wield the Bagh Nakh required more than skill. It demanded a sacred vow, a blood oath sworn beneath the moonlight. The Bagh Nakh, or tiger claw, was more than just a weapon. In the hands of these warriors,
Forgotten rituals guided their hands. The Bagh Nakh was not merely steel, but a conduit for vision.
Afzal Khan believed he held the upper hand. But beneath the silk, Shivaji Maharaj tightly gripped the Bagh Nakh. Meeting was a trap. In a blinding flash of steel, the concealed Bagh Nakh struck deep. Afzal Khan was caught completely off guard.
The peace talks were a facade. As Khan fell, the tent erupted and the Mughal guards lunged forward.
Bagh Nakh stayed. The Bagh Nakh, or tiger claws, proved decisive. With a swift, brutal strike, Shivaji. The deity's claws symbolized absolute authority. In a world defined by conflict, these weapons were seen not just as
The intricate claw patterns woven into these fabrics were more than mere decoration. They symbolized the.
These motifs, carved with raw craftsmanship, were not just symbols. They were the embodiment of strength, the very horse eggs. The stone carvings whisper of forgotten battles. But the true history is written in the steel of the Urumi. Ambushed in the dense undergrowth, the Mughal line shattered. What began as a tactical withdrawal swiftly became. Here, buried in the mud and stained with the blood of its victim, lies the Bagh Nakh, a seemingly simple weapon. If these artifacts of ancient warfare intrigued you, ensure you subscribe and join the ongoing excavation of history. Disguised among the enemy ranks, the warriors moved like shadows, their every step measured against the backdrop of the Mughal camp. The feigned retreat was a calculated risk. As the Mughal closed in, the Maratha warrior deployed the concealed Bagh Nakh.
The Bagh Nakh, a weapon designed for close-quarter combat, allowed the Maratha warrior to neutralize heavily armored opponents with swift, decisive strikes.
The rugged terrain of the Deccan Plateau offered the Marathas a natural defense. From the high ground,
We begin with the horn variant, crude yet effective. But as metallurgy advanced, the hardened steel version.
the Bagh Nakh, a fearsome weapon. Its true power lay not in its blades, but in the grip. But the true danger of the Bagh Nakh lay in its stealth. Hidden in the palm, it struck with brutal, silent efficiency. The Bagh Nakh, a weapon as sinister as it is effective, but its lethality depended entirely on the quality of the steel used in its forging. To plate. The Bagh Nakh, or tiger claw, was not merely a weapon, but an extension of the warrior's will. The Bagh Nakh, a weapon designed for maximum damage in close quarters combat. Here we see it used defensively before the lethal counterstrike. Streets. The Bagh Nakh, or tiger claw, was designed for silent, lethal encounters. Here, the Bagh Nakh required absolute mastery. In the flickering firelight, these warriors honed their skills, preparing for from the intimate brutality of the Bagh Nakh to the cold efficiency of the musket and cannon, warfare was forever changed.
Resting on crimson velvet, the scarred steel of this Bagh Nakh tells a story of brutal.
While the weapon itself faded, its lethal elegance survived. This movement, the tearing strike of the weapons advanced from the close-quarters Bagh Nakh to the ranged musket. Then came the rifle, paving the way for the decisive power of the automatic weapon. Its history is intertwined with Shivaji, the Maratha warrior king, making its study essential to understanding the period. The Bagh Nakh, a brutal instrument of close combat. Yet, as we examine these blades of antiquity, look closely at the raw texture of this steel. The Bagh Nakh was not merely for battle, but for assassination.
The Bagh Nakh, a testament to ancient brutality, allowed the warrior to mimic the tiger's lethal claw.
But what did this claw truly represent? The symbols hint at rituals long forgotten. The Bagh Nakh, a weapon shrouded in mystery. These artifacts hint at the old ways, but their true origins remain secret even today.